Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 22nd day of February, which is the seventh day of Adar. Just want to note the seventh day of Adar is the birth date of Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe our teacher, and also the Yortzeit, the day that he passed away, 7th of Adar, a very special day. Now we're going to continue with our, I can't say laws exactly, I've been giving you some Purim philosophy, hashkafa, over the last few days, and here's one more. There is a very, very important word that is totally absent throughout the entire Megillah. Some of you are smart out there, and you know that word is, that's right, Hashem. The name of God is left out entirely from the Megillah, and that's startling. Because, I mean, after all, who do you think it is the entity behind the scenes that's making all this happen? It's God, of course. Mordechai was looking like he was in trouble. Haman was looking like he was top man. The next thing you know, bam, the whole story, V'napochu, it turns around. Suddenly Haman's on the way down, killed. Mordechai is the hero. So all that is being orchestrated by God, and yet God's name does not appear anywhere in the Megillah. You know where I'm going with this. It's to teach us the very important point that God said when it came to the holiday of the Megillah and times like it, V'anochi hastir astir panai bayomahu. I will hide my face on those days. And these days have come. They are the days of the Megillah in which God hid his face, didn't show himself at all. Interestingly, it's hinted at in the word Esther, who's the heroine of the story, and her name actually is synonymous with that word astir, that Hashem hid his face during all of those miracles, and that's why God's name is totally left out of the Megillah, because he's hidden and he won't show himself, and all the miracles are being done in a hidden way. Incidentally, that's why people wear masks on the day of Purim, because everything is masked, everything was hidden, everything is not as it seems. But one more important point on that, and it is that the word Hamelech, the king, that word shows up in a lot of places in the Megillah. And if you're smart, you're going to be able to spot that certain times when it says Hamelech, it's alluding to the king. Now I'm saying the with a capital T, capital K, the king of the universe. I'll give you an example. We changed the tune of the Megillah right at the beginning of Perek Dalet, or Hey, I think it is, where it says, Balaylahahu nadida shenas hamelech. On that night, the king couldn't sleep. The simple meaning of that is that on that night, Achashverosh was having trouble sleeping, and they brought him the book. That's the turnaround in the story. But the hidden meaning, and we're into the hidden meanings today, the hidden meaning of that is that the king couldn't sleep. In other words, God is Hine lo yonum v'lo yishan. God actually never sleeps. But he was acting hidden and sleeping and not, active behind the scenes. And that night, Hashem, the king, could not stay quiet anymore and said, okay, that's it. We're having a turnaround. Haman's going to come in and act like the hero. Mordechai's name is going to be humbly mentioned. They're going to ask Haman, what should we do with a man who the king favors so much? And Haman says, that's me. Put him on a big horse. And Ahasuerus says at that moment, bam, okay, take that horse. That's also read in a special tune. Maher kachas asus v'salvush kasher dibarta. Go take that horse that you spoke about, that you thought was going to be honor to you, Haman, and go put Mordechai on that horse, and you'll walk in front of it and be the slave, Mr. Haman. And eventually that leads to the killing and the downfall of Haman. So right there, the whole thing was masked, hidden. It only says the king, but it's an allusion to God. And the whole Purim story follows this theme. God being hidden in the background and orchestrating all of the hidden miracles in order to save the Jewish people. And that's why you won't find God's name anywhere in the Megillah, only in a hidden way. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.